Here we go with another little quick Aspire tutorial. This is for William. He's trying to create this shape out of a 2x4, trying to figure out how to do this and then how to machine it. So we're going to jump into Aspire real quick. And I've already got everything we need laid out here. So I just basically freehand drew this just for the sake of this video. And the one thing we have to be aware of on this profile is we cannot have an undercut here. And what does that mean? Is if this arc goes like that, the tool cannot reach in there because it only goes straight up and down. So you have to make sure there's not an undercut there. So we'll do something like that. So to make this shape, all I really did was just drew a box, press N for node, delete this end of it, come in here and create this profile, and you end up with that. So normally I would do this as a 2-rail sweep where you would have a rail here and a rail here, and then you'd use this profile and it would sweep that. But the new Aspire's got this really neat tool here. It uses a center line and the shape of your cross section. The thing here to do to make sure is that you set your material up the physical size that you want it. So here's what I've got this set up as. So that's good. I've got a line drawn here in the middle. I just drew a line, press F9 to center it. I can't press F9 now because it will stop my recording software. So that's it. And then we're going to need a vector bounding box for our toolpath. The one thing I would recommend doing is when you make this, make it at least the diameter of your tool that you're going to use to cut it longer. Otherwise, it'll start here and you'll have a scallop right here on this edge that you have to remove manually. But that's neither here nor there. So I am going to choose my center line. We're going to go to this tool, use selection. I'm going to click on the cross section and apply. And guess what? That is literally it. Let me turn this toolpath off over here. That is literally it. So now to create the toolpath, what we're going to need to do is give it a vector to constrain it. It's going to be the size of this. That's it. I'm just doing a 3D finishing toolpath here, but you can do a roughing the same way. You can rough it out and then go to a 3D finishing toolpath. So that's just all it's going to do is just raster it. And I used, let's select a 1/2-inch ball nose. Is it even going to let me have it? It's not even going to let me have it because I don't think I've got it set up. So we'll just use the 1/8 inch here. Selected vector. Model boundary would work as well. And we're just going to do a raster, so it's going to go back and forth instead of a center and spiral out. And calculate. We need to select our rectangle. And there we have it. Does it look like it? Okay, it looks like it might go down the sides. So what we will do there is look at our selected vector and just make it just a little bit shorter. So T for transform. Just bring that in. Let's go look at the other end since I just quickly drew it. If it overlaps the model, it will try and go down. All right, close that. Let's double click on that again. We've got our vector selected. Calculate. So now we can see it does not go down the side of the model. And that's basically all that's to it. But like I said, if you, let's preview this. Let's see, do we have an offset set up somewhere? Let's change that from the center to the back left. Okay, so that's sitting down there. Now we can see that it's actually sitting on the model. So let's preview the visible toolpath. There it is. And if we wanted to, I think we have the option, if we're going to do a raster, we can do a raster angle of 90 degrees, which instead of it going long ways, let's reset preview, it's going to go front to back. So I hope this helps.